Have you ever slipped off your socks at the end of the day and noticed the skin on your heels looking rough? Maybe even cracked like dry desert ground? It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Sometimes those cracks sting when you walk, or they make you feel self-conscious about wearing sandals. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. Cracked heels are something so many of us deal with, especially as we get into our 60s, 70s, and beyond. It's not just about how your feet look. It's about feeling good, staying active, and walking confidently without that nagging discomfort. But here's the exciting part. You don't have to settle for rough, painful heels. What you eat can work wonders for your skin, even down to your feet, helping them heal and stay soft. Today, I'm going to share 5 incredible superfoods that are like little miracles for cracked heels. These are delicious, nutrient-packed foods you can easily add to your meals, and they're full of vitamins and goodness to hydrate your skin from the inside out. Let's start with something creamy, dreamy, and oh so good for your feet. First up is the avocado. Yes, that green gem you might know from guacamole or toast. I can almost hear you saying, "Avocados? For my heels." But trust me, this fruit is a powerhouse when it comes to healing cracked skin. Avocados are loaded with healthy fats and vitamin E, which is like a superhero for your skin. Vitamin E helps keep your skin hydrated and strong, repairing those dry, cracked spots on your heels by locking in moisture. It's like giving your feet a big drink of water, but through your plate. Plus, avocados have antioxidants that fight inflammation, so your skin doesn't just heal, it stays healthy and resilient, even as the years go by. Let me tell you about my friend Louise, who's 68 and loves her morning walks with her book club friends. She used to struggle with cracked heels that made every step feel sore, especially in the dry winter months. She tried all sorts of creams, but nothing seemed to last. Then she started adding half an avocado to her lunch a few times a week, sometimes mashed on whole grain toast with a sprinkle of pepper, sometimes scooped into a salad with tomatoes and cucumber. It wasn't just that she loved the taste. After a couple of weeks, she noticed her heels weren't as rough anymore. The cracks started to smooth out, and her feet felt softer, like they could breathe again. Louise told me it was like her skin was saying thank you for the extra care. Now, she keeps avocados on her shopping list and even shares her simple recipes with her walking group. So, how can you bring avocados into your day? It's easier than you think. If you're new to them, try slicing one in half, scooping out the creamy inside, and spreading it on a piece of toast for breakfast. It's filling and feels like a treat. Or toss some chunks into a smoothie with a banana and a splash of milk for a creamy boost. If you're making a sandwich, swap out the mayo for a smear of avocado. It's just as rich, but so much better for your skin. You don't need to eat a whole one every day. Even a few servings a week can make a difference. Louise likes to keep a ripe avocado on her counter, and when it's soft to the touch, she knows it's ready to enjoy. It's like a little gift to your heels, and the best part? It's delicious and good for your whole body, from your heart to your feet. Now, as we're savoring the idea of avocados smoothing out those rough heels, there's another superfood that's just as powerful, and it comes from the sea. Let's talk about salmon, that pink, flaky fish that's not only tasty, but also a secret weapon for your skin. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like the ultimate moisturizer for your body. These healthy fats help your skin stay supple and hydrated, preventing those cracks in your heels from getting worse. Omega-3s also reduce inflammation, which can calm any redness or irritation around cracked skin, making it easier for your heels to heal. Plus, salmon has vitamin D, which supports skin repair, so your feet can feel strong and comfortable, ready to carry you wherever you want to go. I know a gentleman named Henry, who's 72 and loves fishing with his grandkids. He used to deal with cracked heels that made it painful to stand on the dock for too long. He wasn't much of a fish eater at first, thought it was too fussy to cook, but his daughter convinced him to try salmon for dinner once a week. She'd bake it with a little lemon and herbs, and Henry was hooked. After a month or so, he noticed his heels weren't as dry and cracked, and he could spend more time teaching his grandkids how to cast a line without wincing. He told me it was like his feet got a new lease on life, and now he looks forward to his salmon night as much as his fishing trips. It's amazing how something so simple can make such a big difference. Adding salmon to your meals doesn't have to be complicated. If you're not sure where to start, try a small fillet baked in the oven. Just drizzle it with olive oil, add a pinch of salt and pepper, and pop it in at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. It's flaky and delicious with a side of veggies. If cooking's not your thing, canned salmon is a great option. Mix it with a little yogurt and lemon juice for a quick salad, or spread it on a cracker for a snack. Aim for 2 servings a week to give your skin that omega-3 boost. Henry's daughter keeps a few cans in the pantry for easy lunches, and she says it's become a family favorite. Whether you grill it, bake it, or scoop it from a can, salmon is like a love letter to your heels, helping them heal and stay soft. As we're thinking about these delicious foods that nourish our skin, it's like we're building a little menu of care for our feet. There's something so satisfying about knowing what you eat can help you feel better from the ground up. And there's another superfood that's just as easy to love. One that's sweet, colorful, and full of goodness to keep your heels happy. You know, as we've been talking about how avocados and salmon can work their magic on cracked heels, it's like we're discovering a whole new way to care for ourselves through what's on our plates. It's exciting to think that something as simple as a meal can help your feet feel softer, stronger, and ready to carry you through your day. Whether you're out tending your garden, visiting friends, or just enjoying a quiet moment at home, there's something so comforting about foods that taste good and do good. And the next superfood I want to share is one that's like a burst of sunshine on your plate. It's the sweet potato, that orange, sweet veggie that's not only delicious, but also a powerhouse for healing your skin. I can almost see you smiling, maybe thinking of a warm sweet potato fresh from the oven. And trust me, your heels are going to love this one just as much as your taste buds do. Sweet potatoes are packed with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, a real champion for skin health. Vitamin A helps your skin repair itself, smoothing out those rough, cracked patches on your heels and keeping them hydrated so they don't split open again. It's like giving your feet a steady supply of building blocks to stay soft and strong. Plus, sweet potatoes have vitamin C, which boosts collagen production, making your skin more elastic and less prone to drying out. After 60, our skin can get a bit thinner and drier. So these nutrients are like a gentle hug, helping your heels heal and feel comfortable, even during those chilly months when cracks seem to pop up out of nowhere. I'll never forget my neighbor Ellen, who's 69 and loves her weekly knitting circle. She used to dread taking off her shoes because her heels were so cracked they'd catch on her socks, and sometimes they'd even sting when she showered. She tried lotions, but they only helped for a little while. Then her daughter suggested adding sweet potatoes to her meals, saying they were good for skin. Ellen was skeptical, thought it sounded too good to be true, but she started roasting a sweet potato a few times a week, sometimes with a sprinkle of cinnamon or a drizzle of olive oil. She'd mash it up as a side dish or even eat it straight from the skin. After a few weeks, she noticed her heels weren't as rough, and the cracks were starting to close up. She told me it was like her feet were getting a little TLC from the inside, and now she's the one bringing sweet potato recipes to her knitting group, sharing how they've helped her keep up with her busy days. Adding sweet potatoes to your meals is so easy, and they're versatile enough to fit into any time of day. For a simple start, try baking one in the oven. Just poke a few holes in it, wrap it in foil, and pop it in at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes until it's soft and sweet. Scoop it out and enjoy it with a pat of butter or a dash of your favorite spices. If you want something quick, you can microwave a small sweet potato for 5 to 7 minutes. Just make sure to pierce it first so it doesn't burst. Toss cubes of sweet potato into a soup or salad for a pop of color and flavor, or blend it into a smoothie with some yogurt and a banana for a creamy treat. Ellen likes to keep a few pre-baked sweet potatoes in her fridge so she can warm them up for lunch with a sprinkle of nuts for crunch. Aim for a serving a few times a week, and your heels will start to feel the difference, like they're getting a steady dose of nourishment. As we're savoring the sweetness of sweet potatoes and how they help our skin glow, there's another superfood that's like a green gift to your feet. Let's talk about spinach, that leafy veggie that's so much more than just a salad ingredient. Spinach is loaded with vitamin E and magnesium, which work together to keep your skin hydrated and support healing. Vitamin E is like a shield, protecting your skin from drying out and helping those cracked heels repair themselves faster. Magnesium helps your body use other nutrients better, so your skin gets the full benefit of everything you eat. Spinach also has a bit of vitamin C, which strengthens your skin structure, making it less likely to crack under pressure. Perfect for keeping your feet comfortable when you're on the go. I know a sweet lady named Margaret, who's 66 and volunteers at her local library. She used to deal with cracked heels that made standing for long shifts painful, and she worried about how they looked when she wore open-toe shoes in the summer. She wasn't a big fan of greens at first, thought they were bland, but her friend convinced her to try spinach in a smoothie, blended with some berries and a splash of juice. Margaret was surprised at how much she liked it, and she started adding a handful of spinach to her lunches, too, maybe in a wrap with some turkey or mixed into a warm soup. After a month, she noticed her heels were smoother, and the cracks weren't as deep or sore. She told me it was like her feet were thanking her for sneaking in those extra nutrients, and now she feels confident slipping on her sandals for library events. It's amazing how a little green can go such a long way. You don't need to eat a mountain of spinach to see results. Just a small amount a few times a week can do wonders. If smoothies aren't your thing, try tossing a handful of fresh spinach into a pasta dish or stirring it into scrambled eggs for breakfast. It wilts down so easily and adds a mild flavor. If you prefer cooked spinach, sauté it with a bit of garlic and olive oil for a quick side that's delicious with any meal. Margaret keeps a bag of baby spinach in her fridge. It's pre-washed and ready to go, so she can grab a handful whenever she's cooking. If fresh isn't handy, frozen spinach works just as well. Perfect for soups or casseroles. It's like a little green boost that helps your heels stay soft and ready for action. As we're thinking about these colorful, nutrient-packed foods, it's like we're painting a picture of health for our feet, one delicious bite at a time. There's another superfood that's small but mighty, something you can sprinkle into your day to keep your heels feeling their best. As we've been savoring the idea of sweet potatoes and spinach working their magic to keep our heels soft and smooth, it's like we're putting together a little recipe for feeling good from the ground up. There's something so uplifting about knowing that the foods we choose can help us walk more comfortably, whether we're heading out to meet friends, playing with grandkids, or just enjoying a quiet stroll around the block. It's not about overhauling your whole kitchen. It's about adding a few delicious ingredients that make your body smile, especially your feet. And the last superfood I want to share is one that's small, crunchy, and packed with so much goodness, it's like a tiny gift for your heels. I'm talking about almonds, those little nuts that are as easy to love as they are to toss into your day. I can almost hear you thinking, almonds? For my feet? But stick with me, because these are a game changer for healing cracked heels. Almonds are like a treasure chest of nutrients, especially when it comes to your skin. They're rich in vitamin E, which is like a moisturizer from the inside, helping your heels stay hydrated and repairing those dry, cracked spots that can make every step uncomfortable. Vitamin E also protects your skin from damage, so your heels don't just heal, they stay stronger against the wear and tear of daily life. Almonds also have healthy fats and magnesium, which support your skin's ability to hold onto moisture and fight inflammation. After 60, when our skin can get a bit drier and more prone to cracking, these nutrients are like a steady hand, helping your heels feel soft and ready to carry you wherever you want to go. It's amazing how something so small can do so much, isn't it? Let me tell you about my friend George, who's 71 and loves his morning crossword puzzles. He used to deal with cracked heels that made it painful to walk his dog, Rusty, around the neighborhood. He tried all sorts of foot creams, but they'd wear off by midday, and he was frustrated. Then his wife started adding a handful of almonds to his breakfast, sometimes sprinkled over oatmeal, sometimes just munched on their own with a cup of coffee. George didn't think much of it at first. He just liked the crunch, but after a few weeks, he noticed his heels weren't as rough, and the cracks were starting to fade. He told me it was like his feet were getting a daily dose of care without him having to think too hard about it. Now, he keeps a little jar of almonds on his kitchen counter, and he swears it's helped him keep up with Rusty's energetic pace. It's stories like that make me love sharing these tips. They're so simple, but they can change how you feel every day. Adding almonds to your routine is as easy as it gets, and you don't need to eat a ton to see the benefits. A small handful, about 10 to 15 almonds, a few times a week is plenty to give your skin that vitamin E boost. Try tossing them into your breakfast, maybe mixed into yogurt with a drizzle of honey or sprinkled over a bowl of cereal. If you're packing a lunch, throw a few almonds into a baggie for a quick snack. They're great on their own or paired with a piece of fruit. For dinner, you can chop them up and sprinkle them over a salad or stir-fry for a bit of crunch. George's wife even blends almonds into a smoothie with some berries and milk when they're in a rush, and he says it's like a milkshake that's secretly good for him. If you're not a fan of whole nuts, almond butter is a great option. Spread a thin layer on toast or dip apple slices in it for a treat. Just look for unsweetened kinds to keep things healthy. It's like finding little ways to sneak in nourishment without any fuss. What's great about almonds is how they fit into your life, no matter what your day looks like. Maybe you're like my Aunt Clara, who's 74 and loves her weekly bridge games. She started keeping a small container of almonds in her purse for a snack between hands, and she says her heels feel smoother than they have in years. No more worrying about rough skin when she slips on her favorite flats. It's like each almond is a tiny step toward healthier feet, and it adds up faster than you'd think. If you're worried about calories, don't stress. A small portion is all you need, and it's so satisfying you won't feel deprived. As I think about these 5 superfoods we've shared, avocados, salmon, sweet potatoes, spinach, and now almonds, it's like we've been building a colorful, delicious plan to care for our feet. It's not about eating perfectly or spending hours in the kitchen. It's about choosing foods that love you back, helping your heels heal so you can move through life with confidence and comfort. Maybe you'll mash some avocado on your toast tomorrow, or bake a sweet potato for dinner tonight. Maybe you'll toss a handful of spinach into your soup or nibble on a few almonds while reading a book. Each bite is like a little act of kindness for your body, and it's empowering to know you have that kind of power right at your fingertips. I've seen it with so many folks like you. People who are out there living their lives, laughing with friends, and making every moment count. These small changes can feel like a big victory, like slipping on a pair of shoes and realizing your feet feel good, not sore. So, I encourage you to give these superfoods a try, maybe one at a time, and see how your heels respond. And I'd love to hear from you. What's a food you've added to your plate, or a recipe you're excited to try? Drop a comment below and share your story. It's like we're all sitting around a big table, swapping ideas and cheering each other on. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up. It's a little way to say you're part of our vitagohealth family. And don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a tip to keep you feeling your best. Here's to soft, happy heels and all the steps they'll carry you through. Happy birthday to you at every age, because every day is a chance to shine.